Hello, everybody. So we are here doing a 5-day challenge for writers, writing your novels, and we are doing a plotting challenge. So this is the Plot Like a Novelist 5-day challenge. Today is day 4. And if you are just now joining us, I would like to invite you that you can still join. If you're just getting in, then you can always share the all 4. You will get all 5 days in a recap email on Saturday morning. If you're just joining us later in the challenge, that's fine. And all the stuff is in the Facebook group if you want to join and go in that way as well. So today we are talking about the Gunshot. And oh yeah, so if you are inside the Facebook group already, make sure that you click on the StreamYard link, so say hello. All right, so I see a few people here. Go ahead and say hello in the comments. If you're watching the replay, you can say hi then as well. That way I'll just know that you've seen it, and yeah, so that'd be good. And yeah, I like putting the likes on, the thumbs up on the video. That's nice. So I see Christina here. Hey, I see Shoshana here. Awesome. So yeah, as you guys make your way in, just go ahead and say hello in the comments. That's the only way that I know that you can be eligible for today's prize. So let me share my screen as people are making their way in and saying hello. So yeah, so today's day 4. We are going to be talking about the Gunshot. And let's see what we got going. Let's see if my my little video thing works a little better today. Okay, so today's prize, like I just said, everyone's saying hello. So hi, Andy and Ursula, John, Kathy, Nicole. Hello, hello. Yeah, so today's prize that's up for grabs is the plotting cheat sheet. This is brand new. It is one of my favorites. It has all 5 plot points on one single sheet. It shares whether it happens to the character or by the character. It shares common things like what I went through yesterday, the 9 things for the halfway point. It shares those types of things in there. All those things all wrapped up in a one little nice, beautiful page. So that's the amazing prize up for grabs today. And in order to be eligible for that, make sure that you click the link in the description, the StreamYard link. I think it's in there. It should be. I kind of got this video started up a little bit late. But if you don't click on the StreamYard link, you're just going to show up as a Facebook user. So clicking the StreamYard link will help so that I can see who you are. So yeah, we want to be able to see, oh, hey, Nicole, like that. And but yeah, so go ahead and click the StreamYard link in the description so that I can see you, and you'll be eligible for that prize later. And if you have any questions throughout, just ask them. If you anything that comes up for you, just go ahead and put in the comments. All right. From the waiting room, okay, Sharon is getting her dad some glasses. I'm like, can you just get me some glasses while you're there? And do my eye exam for me while you're at it. Okay, let's see what we got next. Okay, so this is an announcement. You might have seen it in a PS for today's morning email, maybe in the post that I did at 8 a.m. in the group. But the Friday is going to be a bonus masterclass, basically a webinar. But I'm going to teach lots of stuff in it. It's basically, so if you're coming in late, and you haven't been here the full time for the challenge, that's okay. You can actually access all the information and multiple extra examples during the masterclass. So I live and breathe by examples. That's like the best way I learn. So I like to share examples, especially when you're storytelling. Examples really help because you see like different ways that different stories can go, even though it's like following the same thing. So one of the things I'm going to be teaching is the 4 fundamental elements of storytelling. Another thing is the difference between wants and needs and how that affects your story goal. We talked about that a little bit this week, but we really didn't dive that deep. And then another major thing is how to connect the dots between the 5 main plot points, like what comes before each one, what comes after each one, in between, all those kinds of things. So that's going to be exciting to see what goes there, because the 5 main plot points is just the beginning. That's just like the bare necessities, if you will. All right, so see people joining. Welcome, welcome. Be sure you click that link, StreamYard link, and then say hello again. That way I'll know who you are. Okay, so the gunshot. In a marathon, the gunshot is when you know the race has started. So that's when the race begins. The gun goes off. Everyone's standing there, at the starting line and further on back, depending on how big the race is. That's when you cross the starting line. The gun goes off and you start moving forward. Same thing in a story, okay? And hopefully tomorrow you'll be able to see the difference. I think there were several that I saw today, and even a couple from yesterday and maybe even Tuesday, that they mentioned what they thought was that plot point or the gunshot. And it's actually, hi, Millie, thanks for clicking the link. And so the the gunshot is the moment when you know that the race has started, okay? All right, so here are a few examples. Oh, that's what I was saying. Because some people identified a certain plot point that they thought was today's or from yesterday or the day before, when actually I think it's going to be tomorrow's. So make sure you come back tomorrow to see the real true difference between the gunshot and the next plot point, which is the sign up, okay? So here's the example from my story, Gleek. So Gleek wants to win the science fair so he can go to the Snakes Alive camp. That's the only reason he wants to even enter the stupid science fair, so that he can go to Snakes Alive camp. Well, so when he actually fills out the form and he turns it in, he has officially entered the competition. So at this point, he plans to win, even though he still doesn't know what he's going to do or how he's going to do it. But he's like, okay, well, I'm going to do this. Like, he's taking a leap of faith. So you take that action. Okay, back to our regular Wonder Woman example as well. Diana gets on the boat with Steve, and they set off toward Europe. So at this point, she's now on the journey to help end the war. You don't know like what challenges they're going to come across, how they're going to actually do it. And that's basically the example there. And then the third example is Jurassic Park. So in the beginning, the professor goes to Alan and asks him if he will come and endorse his park or whatever. And then some time passes. And then when Alan actually agrees to do that, he visits the park. Agrees to visit the park. He gets on the helicopter to go there. So he's literally taking that step saying, yes, I will come check it out, right? So he's going to be there a while and he won't be able to leave anytime soon. So he's no turning back, right? So that's your 3 examples there. Pam says, I need help on the gunshot. For mystery, can you say the gunshot is when Dakota starts to solve murder since no one else seems interested? Yes. So for mysteries, it's whatever action that the main character takes. Whoever's solving the mystery is going to be the main character, right? That is whatever they do, that's going to be your gunshot. So whether it's going to the police or searching in a database, you're like, okay, well, I'm going to see what I can do. Like just the first step, because every story is slightly different, but it's that first step that you're saying, okay, well, I got to find out who the killer is. So let me take the first step towards doing that, right? Okay, so thanks for asking. Great question. It's not just a decision. It's an action. So sometimes like you're going to decide to do something, but then you're going to actually do it. So the gunshot is not the decision. It's when they actually take that action. The very next step once they make that decision. And oftentimes you don't even see that they've made the decision. You're not going to have a paragraph that says, oh, so-and-so decided to do this. No, you're going to see what they decided to do. You're going to see the action. It's going to show that you've already made that decision. So what will your character do to actually begin their journey. There are basically two types of journeys. You can, a lot of times, it's the actual physical journey, like we saw with Moana and Wonder Woman and Jurassic Park and even My Girl Part 2. They get on a boat. She gets on a boat. Like Wonder Woman, she gets on a boat. Moana, she gets on a boat. Jurassic Park, he gets on a helicopter. And My Girl too, she gets on an airplane. So they're all literally beginning a journey to go somewhere to figure out what it is they need to do for their, their personal finish line. And the second way is much more subtle. It's more evident in maybe character-driven stories, or they may not be going far away. Maybe they just have to go to the police station, or they're going to the hospital, or they're going to a store, they're going to a neighbor's house to ask like a pivotal question, or to state that they're doing something specific. And we'll see some of your examples in a minute that were pretty good examples too. So one other example that I didn't put in here, but I will share, is with the Hunger Games. So the Hunger Games is a very popular book and movie, and very, very different in kind of its analysis as I've studied it. So I originally thought that the gunshot was when she got on the train to go to Pan Am. She's like, well, I already said I'm going to do it and stand in for my sister. But that is like so fast. It's so close together. It's not really the real one. And I hope this isn't confusing you guys. But later, before you even start in on the games, when the parade comes and they're all like the tributes are all like in the parade, like saying like who they are and showing off their costumes and all that kind of stuff, trying to get sponsors, she ends up like raising, I think in the book it's one way and in the movie it's another. So one of them it's a kiss on the cheek, the other one it's like raising the hand up. I think the kiss is in the book and the hand is in the movie, I think. And so when she does that during the parade, that's her acceptance of saying, fine, we'll do the stupid thing. We'll do it this way. We'll get the sponsors. I don't really like it, but I'm on board and I'll play along with your games, right? So that's what she did to show acceptance of the journey she didn't really want to be in to begin with, even though she volunteered for her sister, so that one's kind of unique. All right, so here are your examples. So Christina says, and I'm just going to basically read the highlighted part. So her main character, basically they go to the police station. So it's a murder mystery, right? So that is literally going somewhere. Kathy's is when her main character begins helping the residents to a safe place. So a storm's coming and stuff, and she's like in the nursing home and has to get all the residents to a safe place. So she starts the process, takes that first step toward, making sure everyone's safe. Lois says she begins her own experiments. So this is like she meets a professor at the magic school who claims he can change her back to human because she's an elk. She woke up as an elk one day. And now like she knows like nobody can fix her problems. So she begins her own experiments. So I feel like beginning her own experiments, that's the part where that's the gunshot moment, right? So she's like, okay, well, I got to do this. So she takes action. Andy says Polly drops her spring classes and signs up for Mr. Clarence's Career Center. I think this is a good example because she is in the midst of trying to find out a new career and those kinds of things. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Susan. So this example is good because it's like, that's like a big deal. Like she dropped her classes and then she's like, okay, I guess I'll sign up for the Career Center. Don't know what I'm doing, but I'm in it. I'm doing it. Like she signed up. So she took action there. All right, I got a few more examples for you guys. Said I did. Let's see, 55. I know I do. Well, where did it go? Okay, let me stop sharing. I got to fix that so I can get it on there. Okay, give me just a quick second because I know I have. Well, okay, let me see if I can do it this way. There it is. All right. Just do it that way. That's okie dokie. Okay, so Sharon, her gunshot is when Pete, the main character, goes on the mule train to Honey Springs. So again, that's a physical journey somewhere. And Susan says, whew, it's a long one, but it's good stuff here. So she volunteers for a governess job. So when the main character, Letty, volunteers to be the governess, then that is the gunshot moment for her particular journey. Okay. So it begins like the things like she leaves in a bad situation and she's trying to make life better for herself. And so she goes somewhere else. So those were some good examples from you guys. And let's see. So let me hear if you guys have any questions about the gunshot and just type them in. I don't have too much left to share for today, but I feel like examples are always a really good thing. And let's see. So my slides were out of order. Just a quick reminder, the VIP experience, today's the last day for that. So make sure you sign up. You got a couple hours left to do that. If you are interested, then we will brainstorm with you. You can bring all 4 of your plot points and we can see, if they're in the right order, if there is something missing. Like sometimes I'll say, yeah, that sounds good. But if I don't hear all 5 of them together and I don't get some clarifying answers, then it may not be exactly what we think it is. So that's good to get that extra validation there. So just a reminder about that. And okay, so next up is the winner, unless there are any other questions. I don't see any coming through. So let me click, let's see here. And also the webinar. So the webinar is tomorrow night. I'll still do our daily live stream tomorrow. It'll be at 3:30 like normal. And then the masterclass is going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're on the Pacific Coast, that'll be at 4 p.m. If you can't make these daily live streams, you've been watching the replays, then you can catch that webinar again. That you can, it'll be a big recap for the week, tie it all together and put some extra examples in there and again, fill in the gaps for you. Okay, let me check back on the comments. Oh yeah, Katniss. Okay, so I'm not sure who's saying this, but let's see. I'll just read it so you guys can see as well. I thought when Katniss volunteered for her sister, that would be the gunshot since it propels it forward. It does propel it forward, but it's this fast. Like, so if you look at tomorrow, I don't want to give away tomorrow's plot point, but I'll just make a note. Let me just write this down and put Hunger Games for day 5, and I'll share that example tomorrow. So if you're curious about that, make sure you show it back tomorrow again. But tomorrow's plot point is like so close to when she volunteers that the volunteering is actually not the gunshot moment, okay? And so I think it'll help clear up some confusion between today's and what people are thinking today's is actually tomorrow's, but it's not. They're different. So yeah, great question. Thanks a lot. All right, so the winner for today is the plotting cheat sheet. That's what you're gonna get. It is one of my favorites. Again, that is in my course, Plot Like a Novelist. So if you sign up for my course later this week, then you can get that too if you don't win today. Also, the VIP, you get all 5 bonuses from all 5 prizes as a bonus in the VIP. So you can get in on that. Okay, so let me close my eyes and do the magical winning moment. Let me scroll. Okay, the scrolling is working. Okay, eyes are closed. I'm scrolling. Up and down we go. Here we go. And if it's somebody who's already won before, I will pick someone else. Also, if it's a previous student, then they already have all this. So they're just participating in the challenge for fun. Because I do have some students in here. All right, eyes are closed and I'm clicking. Pam! Awesome. Okay, so Pam already won. You won on Monday, so sorry, I'm going to pick a new winner. So let me try again. And I'm just going to go ahead and take this banner off. Go back to the comments. All right, let me try again. Okay. And click. Sharon. Okay, Sharon's a previous student, so we'll pick someone else. All right. Christina, you may get this after all. Let me just scroll really slow. Ah! What happened? I have no idea what just happened. Okay, my screen got really big. So let me figure out how this is. Oh no, this is not cool. Okay, I don't know what happened. I may have to call my daughter in here for help. I hate when this happens on my computer. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, let me see what's going on. Nothing's showing. Oh my goodness. This is hilarious. Okay, let me do it this way. Pam again. Okay. Okay, Facebook user, I'm here for today's lesson. Let me attempt to go in the other thing and see if I can figure out who you are. Because we did not, I'll have to click refresh and watch my own self in the video. This is gonna be weird. It might have an echo, y'all. That's why that's why y'all need to click on the StreamYard so I can see who you are. There I am live. Okay, let's see. All the comments. Not working. Well, I will figure it out. I'm going to go ahead. Well, we want people to. Oh, let me click there.
Okay, let's see.
Oh no.
All the comments.
Okay. Wait. Okay. I think you guys, it is Diane Hannington. So I went back and I looked and checked that out. So yay, Diane, you are the winner. So everybody can congratulate you. Say congratulations, Diane. So you get the plotting cheat sheet. I will email that to you this afternoon. So yay, awesome. So make sure y'all come back tomorrow and I'm gonna jump back in the group, continue working through plot points. If you are catching up, do that. There's still plenty of time to finish the challenge. We still have one more day left. So with that, I will end somehow if I can figure out how to get my computer back to normal. All right, thanks, bye.